Hello friends, I hope you are enjoying the videos. So today we will discuss laws of logarithm. So there are three laws of logarithms. So let's start the first law of logarithms. Uh, for example, if we have a question like this, solve for x. This is a question 3 raised to the power of x and 5 raised to the power of x is equal to 240. 3 raised to the power of x and 5 raised to the power of x are in multiply. So first of all, we will common power of 3 and 5. It will become 15. 15 raised to the power of x and is equal to 240. So here it is said take logarithm on both sides. So I mean to say, in telling you the example, that we use logarithm in different situation and solving different questions. So it is very important to know about logarithm, their application and formulas. So here it is said use the first law of logarithms. So first law of logarithm is used over here. So these laws are very important and used in mathematics as well as in finance and other fields. So knowing about these laws are very important for a mathematics student. So let's start the first law of logarithm. This is the first law of logarithms. Suppose x is equal to a raised to a power n. This is first equation, let's say. So this equation means that if I write over here 64 and if I say 64 is equal to 2 raised to a power 6, so both are equal. So you can write 64 is equal to 2 raised to a power of 6, so which is equal to 64. So this is a general form, and similarly you can write y is equal to a raised to a power of m. So these are two equations with us. So then the equivalent logarithmic form are, so in logarithmic form, if we take logarithm on these two equations, so we can write, what will we do? So first of all, we will introduce log over here. So log x, it will become log x. What about the a? A is the base over here. So a will become base of log. So it become base of the log to base a, and x is equal to n. This n will remain over here. So we write this equation in logarithmic form like this, and similarly we convert this equation to logarithmic form like this: log to base a of y is equal to m. So this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Now multiply equation 1 and equation 2. So we will multiply these two equations with one another. So xy, this is xy is equal to a raised to power n and a raised to power m. So this will become in this form, and similarly xy is equal to a raised to power n plus m. When the base are same, then their power will add. So the base is same, that is a, so we will add the power n plus m. This is equation 5. Now write equation 5 in logarithmic form. So if we write this equation in logarithmic form like this, so we will write log to base a of xy, log to base a of xy is equal to n plus m, n plus m. Now put the values of n and m from equation 3 and 4. So look over here, n is equal to log to base a of x and m is equal to log to base a of y. So we will put these values of log over here in this equation. So log to base a of xy is equal to log to base a of x plus log to base a of y So this is called the first law of logarithm. Now let's move towards the second law of logarithm. This is the second law of logarithm. For example, take the same equation x is equal to a raised to a power of n, multiply power m to both sides we get. So now to this equation we will multiply power n on both sides. So it will become x raised to a power of m, and this will become a raised to a power n over m. So x is equal to x power m is equal to a raised to a power nm. As we know, this is called power of power rule in exponent laws. Power of power rule, when there is power over power, so it will simply multiply. So we will multiply m and n. So it will become x raised to the power of mn. So we can write this like this. Now we will write this equation in logarithmic form. As I told you earlier in the first equation, so we will how can we write this in logarithmic form? So log, this is base, so log to base a of xm. This xm is now a single term. This is now a single term, and this is the power over here. So log to base a of xm is equal to nm. This power will come over here. So we can write this equation in logarithmic form like this. Or we can write log to base a of x power m is equal to mn. But we know that log to base a of x is equal to n. As we have told you in first equation and in first law of logarithm. So now we will put the value of n in this equation. So let's put the value of n in this equation. So it will become log to base a of x power m is equal to m, and we will write the value of n, which is equal to this. So we put the value of n, and this equation become log to base a of x power m is equal to m log to base a of x, and this is called second law of logarithms. Now let's move forward toward the third law of logarithm. So this is the third law of logarithms, and how can we derive this equation? So let's start the derivation of third law of logarithms. So suppose this is a equation with us, x is equal to a raised to the power n and y is equal to a raised to the power n. So for deriving these three laws, we always start from these equations. So divide equation 1 by equation 2 we get. So this will become x divided by y, and this will become a power n divided by a power n, like this. So as we know that x power m divided by x power n, so this is also an exponent rule, quotient, this is called quotient rule in exponent laws. So if an equation in the form of like this, so we will take as the base of both values are same, so we will take a as a common. A is equal to, and this m will shift over here, and we will minus from this like this. X power m divided by x power n is equal to x power m minus n. So this n will shift to the numerator, and it will we can write it in minus. So we can write this equation like this: x power m x power x divided by y is equal to a power n minus m. Now we will write this equation in logarithmic form. So write the above equation in logarithmic form. So it will become log to base a of xy is equal to n minus m. Now we will put the values of n and m. So log 2 base a of x divided by y is equal to log 2 base a of x minus log 2 base a of y. So this is called third law of logarithms. So these were three laws of logarithm. In summarized form, we can see over here the first law of logarithm. This is the first law of logarithm. When x and y in product, so it will shift to plus. And the second law of logarithm, if there is a power, so the power we can write in logarithmic form before the log. And the third law, if the two values are in divide, so in logarithmic form we shift it to minus form. So these are three laws of logarithms. If you have any kind of question, so please ask in comments. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.